Hello, good afternoon or morning from Plovdiv. It's cold here, as you can see. It's been snowing for a couple of days. It's the 18th, I believe, of January, and not too sure on the date, but it's not the 18th, it's the 19th, so I'm close enough, right? And this is the first snow woman. Okay, the Indonesians wanted me to. My Indonesian buddies wanted me to put up their snow woman so they could see what a snow woman looked like. And this is a snow woman. It lost a couple of buttons this morning. I put them back on. The seashells from Bali. No coal over here. I can't find any coal. No duck eyes. The candies that I had for eyes last night in the mouth, which was candies, all eaten. So Tajta, the snow woman, has. Well, I compensated for the loss of eyes and the loss of mouth, teeth, by patting the dupe a little bit, the backside. I give a bigger backside. So Najad, the snow woman, is looking fine. When she walks, you'll know she's all woman. One more pat on the back for Tajta, the snow woman. There you go, guys. Take care, baby. Anyway, let's get into the show here, into this little thing here. It's freezing out here. You can see it's been snowing here for a couple of days. I can make snowballs to hit you with if you were here. I'd have a good time. We'd have snowball fights like we used to. And I know somebody who would like to hit me with the snowball. Anyway, let's get into this bombing in Jakarta. You know, just a little while ago, we were talking about things similar to this. We had George Soros financing an insurrection in Indonesia. There was an end put to that by the Indonesian military. We had Bill Clinton's Arkansas Foundation funneling the drug money, Colombian drug money, into Indonesia, so they could assassinate actually the vice president of the country, so that they could plant their own vice president within. Similar to what they've done in Italy with Monti and what they've done in Greece with Papademos. You know, it goes on and on what they've done. And then we've had most recently we had the World Economic Forum, the very same people who were involved in the theft of my notes, where this all began, with Giancarlo Bruno. They were in Indonesia at a meeting, conference, where they promised and assured Indonesia that they'd give them all kinds of financing for projects in Indonesia, investment projects. As we already know, once they're in, it's over. They get their seed. It's a poison seed, and it spreads all over the country really quickly. So, you know, they were invited in there by the Lippo group and one other group, I forget who, but they came out of there supposedly, allegedly successful. We can stop that when we get settled. Once we get settled, it should be history. There should be history at all for the cabal in every manner, shape, or form. Now, the bombing. This is a new event, similar, another seed they want to plant. As they made it clear, they want ISIS all over the world. ISIS is the Western baby. They're financing it. It's the Saudis. It's the American empire. U.S. government. If you want to call it government, it's Obama. It's not even government. If you want to call it government people, it's Obama. It's him. It's the clown. It's the king clown, the jester. You know, with the linebacker wife. Anyway, it's sad and it's sick. Okay, and it's all happening all throughout the world for the same reason. Okay, they want it. They want in. Okay, they want in. And they want to take over if they can, and there's no way possible that they can, and that's up to you and yours to decide. Okay, it's not just up to me; it's up to you and yours and everyone else as well. Okay, and a few people can't beat them when they've got the might of the U.S. tax dollar and the might of this dollar and that dollar. The Chinese are trying to ruin them by taking away the dollar. You can't use the dollar that much anymore. The Chinese are going to take them down for using the dollar to create the wars that they're creating, to create the messes that they're creating and the chaos that they're creating. When the dollar is gone, you're all going to cry. because you're not going to have it. And you should have thought about what you could have done with that dollar way back when we could have taken care of this problem and even saved the dollar. Right now, you're going to lose the dollar. And that's what's going to happen. And it's a shame because it didn't have to be. But the people that could have helped, it should have helped, they're just too damn greedy to begin with. But they didn't want help. They thought they could sit there and they could do nothing. Well, they're going to go to their bank and find a dollar worth nothing very soon. Y'all are. Y'all are. That's going to be your fear. Okay, because we're not going to have a military, we're not going to have this, and we're not going to have that. We're not going to be able to protect our borders. We're not going to be able to protect anything. We don't have the money. We don't have any go-back money. We have regular fiat, regular paper, which has no value whatsoever. And the Chinese just made it very clear, we don't want any of the dollars. Dump them. And they're dumping them. They've been dumping them all along. I think everybody's fed up with Obama and his group. Which brings us to the next step. You know, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not going to, because we're going to win. We're going to win. Okay, I don't talk doom and gloom. I only talk doom, and then I bring it back to blossoming. No gloom. Okay, let's see. The next situation would be the election. If you vote for Hillary, you're a fool. If you vote for the old man, you're a fool. If you vote for Cruz, you're a fool. If you vote for Rubio, you're a fool. Because they're just going to give you more of the same you've got, and you deserve everything you get and what you're going to get at that point in time. Just for being foolish. For being stupid. Okay, the only person that's out there that you can vote for right now, and he's right, he's a winner. He's a business winner. He's a winner. We don't need a politician in our office because they do not understand business. They do not understand politics. They create their own rules for politics. They create their own rules for destruction. They create their own rules how to destroy you. Okay, and how to change the Constitution when the Constitution cannot be changed by anybody such as Obama. Okay, you can't change it. You need a lot of people to change it. You don't have it. So the person you vote for in this election would be Trump. He's the only one he's standing fast, he's standing strong, he's standing stable. Okay, he's had his up and downs every now and then, but the bottom line is there's nothing better. And he's not afraid. I'm afraid something might happen to him. But I think he's well aware of that, and he's watching it too. He's not a fool. He's not like them. They think you're a fool. He doesn't think you're a fool. He's one of us. I know people who grew up with him, and he was the same then. Donald Trump. He's going to be our president. If not, then I'll tell you now, I won't be allowed to create humanitarian packages inside the U.S. because it'll be taken by the powers that be, and that'll be the names I just mentioned, and they're all considered terrorists. All of them. Bernie, all of them. They're all terrorists. They're all ready to terrorize you. Further. Further. As if you haven't been terrorized enough. They're going to do more. Drake, you're right. It's time. It's time to stop it, Drake. But you need financing too to stop it. And the people with the money, the good people with the money, are afraid to put it out there. Instead, they're going to just lose it and they're going to be dead. They're going to be dead. So, I mean, Drake, you know, you've done your best, buddy. But, you know, you can be a magic man sometimes, but you can't be the magic man all the time. I'm voting for Trump. And if Trump's in, there will be humanitarian packages. He's not classified as a terrorist. Matter of fact, he's classified as a good guy throughout the world. So that's who you have to vote for. Otherwise, I don't know how I'm going to be able to slide it through to you to get yourself back rolling again, because they're going to be stealing it as I slide it. You're all probably going to have to leave the country to get out of there to stay safe. And you're not going to have the money to do that either. Okay, you got Pete Santilli listed as a Fed, for God's sake, you people. Peter Santilli, he puts his neck on the line every day for you, from what I see. And somebody comes up with some phony paper or some paper. I mean, I've had them filed against me, if you remember. I mean, geez, even Jean Haynes did that to me, and she was part of my team at that time. You know, they created their own crap. And they throw their own crap out there, and then they want you to believe, and you're going to destroy the very people that are trying to save your backsides. Stop it. Stop it. Peter Santilli's a good guy. As a matter of fact, I'll bring him over to Indonesia if I have to when the time comes, and keep him over there because he's that good. You don't have anything better. Him and Drake, David, Benjamin. Right now his work is out there. It's there. So where are we? With the bombing, it's all a Western thing. They're planting their seeds just as they're doing in the United States. Indonesia is a stronghold for not only for Muslims, of course, but for the assets. And they do not want me releasing them. You're right. You're right. Sharon, you're right. That's what it is. It's a message. And it's going to be many more messages throughout. But you know something? We're going to get rid of them. Jokowi, the president of Indonesia, is not only humble, he's also strong. He maybe looks small, but he carries a big stick. Jokowi's going to do the right thing. He will. He'll get rid of them. Now let's go Nelu. You know, Nelu is so fervent on completing this. He's trying to get this thing done in Indonesia without me. He went back to the jungle. And pretty soon he's going to be George of the jungle or Nelu of the jungle. You know, watch out for the tree. But Nelu's doing his best. Then, you know, you got in New Zealand. You've got them buying up property in New Zealand like you can't believe. They want the indigenous people out. They want them dead. You know? Richard, who handles our posting for us. Richard is going to be, all the projects we do in New Zealand will be coming through Richard. As I said from the beginning, they won't come through anyone else. As one guy in particular made mention most recently that I was going to, I promised, or would I promise New Zealand money for some project that I had never heard of, and I didn't answer him. I made it clear, Richard's the guy everything runs through. Not me, Richard. You know, this guy created a few problems, and I'm tired of the problems that people cause because they're not going to get what they want. I'll kick this guy in his ass. Okay, in the meanwhile, somebody did call me and threaten me because of this, and I don't give a shit. I don't care who you are. You're supposed to be able to do this, and you're supposed to be able to do that. Well, you know something? You should know when someone next to you is lying to you. And I really don't care. We're going to do what we say we're going to do. Now, I'm getting tired. We got to hurry. We've got to hurry. Time's moving on. It's getting faster and faster. We're getting to the end of this thing. We're close to the end. We could have had it finished by now. Some of it's my fault. I spent my money foolishly in the beginning. But then again, in the beginning, I didn't know what foolish was. I was after everybody, all at once. All at once. It was a Blitzkrieg for me. But the thing is that I wasn't ready for the Blitzkrieg because I really didn't know all the players at that time. I didn't know any. And I was very angry that they stole the notes. That Daniel Dabasco from Italia stole the notes. The reason why you're in the problem you're in today is because of Daniel Dabasco from Italy. Claims that he's a pious man, he's a religious man. Don't let him fool you. The man's a snake. He stole from his partners, he stole from everyone else. His girl's a pilot on an airline flight, a private airline flight with private people with lots of money, and this is how her boy there, Dabasco, is procuring money. By meeting up with them, making deals with them, and then probably stealing from them. So, you know, I mean, nothing I can do about that. There's only things you can do. You can make their life difficult, or you can make their life hell. Okay, Dabasco's mine later. You can't hurt him. He's mine. On the other hand, let's just get back to this. We're all going to be fine. It's going to be over with soon. I had to tell you about the bombing. I had to tell you about New Zealand. Everything else is bullshit. The threats, bullshit. We don't have to worry about any of this. We just have to worry about getting it done. Okay, Donald Trump, you're doing a great job. You know, just fantastic job. You're taking down the entire political teams, Democrat, Republican, whatever. You're taking them down by yourself. And that's exactly what had to be done, because they're both owned by the same party, by the same people, George Soros and Rothschild. It's over, boys. It's over. You finally found a man with courage. You finally found a man with the cojones that'll fight you back. You have the money to fight you back with. You're lost. Okay, you're gonna lose even further. You're gonna lose everything soon. And when the dollar goes down, all your money's going down too. You're not gonna be able to control anything anymore. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. They're losing, boys and girls. They're losing, but we can make it faster, and we can get ourselves in the humanitarian project shortly once we get this moving. Okay, I'll find the money as I told you. But for now, I think he's going to tell me that we're almost done. Yeah? Almost done with the first video? Yeah? And I don't want to take your time. I just want you to know that he's okay. And this is Taja. Say goodbye to Taja, who can't hear you. Oh, still got the ears. Earmuffs. Those are earmuffs. They keep her warm. And the buttons, she's got her buttons back, so she has her senses back. And she's got her nose, so she's okay. And she's got an extra pad for her backside to keep her warm. So goodbye. Thank you. I know that this is a rush job, it seems, by me. And I don't know if this is a good post or not, but you think it's a good post? Yeah. I think that we have to just get it done. Okay, as Drake says, get it done. Bye-bye to all. I'll talk to you soon. Remember, the explosion was just another false flag. It has everything to do with planting their seeds. The guy who did that also is Indonesian. He also went to Syria, and he fought in Syria for the ISIS. That's their boys. So, one thing I did not want to forget, and I wanted to make sure that I got to you, is the threat made by John Kerry when he visited the president of Indonesia, Rembang, and he requested gold. He wanted gold. When he was told he couldn't have it, soon after he made that public release, international release, that the United States isn't one to be messed with because they have the climate control machines where they can create, he didn't say it, but we already know, tsunamis, earthquakes, etc. They've had the earthquakes in Indonesia. They know what the man-made earthquake is like. And the tsunamis, well, all over the world they've had different things now created by the West. And soon enough they're going to be paid back. The Zionists will be paid back. The Germans that were lost in World War II at the end of the war and nobody heard from them again, well, they're controlling our government. No. That's what's happening. No, the Nazis. Now let's go further than that. What you must remember is that Kerry threatened to indirectly to sink Indonesia, the largest archipelago on the face of the earth, with the largest Muslim population. These sweet, humble, beautiful people who really don't want any trouble, who are kind. They're intelligent. There are many, many good qualities in Indonesian people. Of course, you're going to find some that are like every other place. You get your good and you get your bad. But the people there are so warm, so humble. They'll take the shirt off their back for you. They don't need this. They're going to get it because of where they're located and their history. Unless we stop it, we're going to get it because of our history and because of really who we are, who we became. So that is included in the threats, or in the chaos, the Kerry threat in regards to the takeover of Indonesia. If you do what the Philippines has done in the past, just give them what they want, you're okay. Like one person said, kiss their ass. We've been kissing their ass. And the Indonesians have not done that. And I don't think they're going to. Bravo for Indonesia. Bravo for you people. I'll see you soon. We'll get this done for the world. Not just Indonesia, for the world. Not just for the US, for the world. We need to finish it up. I wish you all well. And this has been split up in a couple of places here so that I can finish by adding what I forgot. It's freezing out here. I'm going to forget something. So let me go back in, and I wish you all well, and we're going to win. We're going to win. Sometimes it looks like it's not that way, but you know, I understand the steps that have to be taken, and we're there.
Maybe it's cold outside.